In this video, we are going through everything you need to know about brand labels. There are a few different ways how to make them, so let's roll this intro! Brand label is an important attribute of a garment. That's if you want your fashion product to stand out and be recognizable, inviting your clients to buy your product again. That's if you are building a community around your brand. That's if you want to protect your product against intellectual property theft. On the top of that, your brand label is an additional canvas for your creativity, an important part of your design. Big brands would never let a garment go without a brand label. In fact, they add branding to all components of the product: zippers, toggles, eyelets, stoppers, stars, push buttons, linings, even out of fabric. The list is long. Today we are talking about the brand label, also called brand tag. Even though you may think a brand tag starts with design, I suggest you clarify your technical specifications before putting your inspiration into creative. Decide on the quality, composition, positioning, folding method, and size of your brand tag, and then fit your creative to these specifications. Let's start with the quality. There are 6 qualities of brand tag we often work with: woven tag, printed tag, embroidery tag, applique tag, screen print on garment, and heat transfer on garment. Choice of brand tag quality depends on your garment type, your brand identity, and your budget. Printed tags, for example, are more expensive than woven tags. Embroidered tags and applique tags are more high-end and higher priced than printed tags and woven tags. Screen print on garment and heat transfer are cost-effective for large order volumes and become quite pricey for low order volumes. Woven, printed, embroidered, and applique tags are more suitable for dresses, blouses, suits, and outerwear. Screen print and heat transfer are very suitable for sportswear, swimwear, underwear, baby clothing, and generally any clothing that has direct contact with the skin. The next question you have to answer is composition. What material do you want to use for your label? Does it matter? Yes, so much though that your clients may decide not to buy again because they had a terrible label experience. By the way, a terrible label experience does not mean that your client didn't like the look of your brand tag. It means your label was causing your client some kind of physical discomfort. She tried to remove it and either did not succeed or ruined her garment in the process. Therefore, composition is very important. Let's start with the composition of woven tags. Woven tags are commonly made out of polyester and are woven on special machines. Please pay attention to the edge finishing of the woven label. It can be heat-sealed edge finishing or a better quality woven edge finishing. Here you can see a label heat-sealed on all 4 edges. While heat sealing is cheaper, it actually itches on the body if worn directly on the skin. Here, on the other hand, you can see the woven edge finishing. It looks premium and does not itch. Generally, I always recommend to test your labels for wearability and avoid any finishing and any materials that may cause unpleasant experiences to your client. The next type of tags are printed tags. Printed tags are commonly made out of cotton tape with screen print applied to the tape. If you wish, you can also print on silk or polyester tapes. Cotton tapes are amazing as brand labels because they look great and are very delicate to the skin. They are comfortable to wear and do not itch. Same counts for silk tapes. Be very cautious with polyester tapes and tapes embellished with metallic thread. They may cause such unpleasant skin reactions that your client will tear off the label together with both sleeves. Tag number 3 is embroidered one. Embroidered tags can be made out of any quality tape, adding embroidery to it. Here we have a label made out of velour tape and embroidery. Please note, even though the embroidery is silver color, it is made out of poly embroidery thread, not out of metallic thread. Metallic thread is not suitable to be worn on the skin. Tag number 4 is applique tag. Applique tags can be made out of any tape quality with any applique attached to it. Here I have a nice brand tag made out of cotton tape and a leather applique stitched to it. This particular brand tag wears great. When making your applique, think again, how does it wear on the skin? Tag number 5 is screen print on the garment. Screen print labels are printed directly on the garment using water-based ink or oil-based ink. Here you have a nice screen print sample of Perfect Ties by Coco Tomate. Screen prints are great because you simply do not notice them while wearing your garment. Tag number 6 is heat transfer. Heat transfers are made out of oil-based ink printed on transparent film, plastisol heat transfers, or water-based ink printed on heat transfer paper. Both are transferred onto the garment by an industrial press. Here we have a nice sample of a plastisol heat transfer. Heat transfers vary in quality. If you have a good soft quality plastisol or water-based transfer, they will wear nicely. If you have a plastisol print that is too stiff in composition, after washing it several times, it may break in little pieces and cause itching. So testing, testing, testing. It brings us to the next specification to decide upon, which is folding method. What type of folding are you going to use? Again, it depends on your garment type and your brand identity. If your label is heat sealed on all 4 edges, your folding method will most likely be a straight cut fold. You put your label straight onto the garment and either top stitch it all around at 2 sides or at 4 corners. If your label has woven edges or is made out of tape, straight cut fold would be a waste, and you better use end fold. End fold means that the ends of the label are folded. You place your label flat onto the garment and either top stitch it all around at 2 sides or at 4 corners. Another way of label folding is center fold or miter fold. Center fold is a label folded in 2, like this one. Miter fold is a label that is straight with corners folded to the top. This one would be a miter fold. Both center fold and miter fold are suitable to go inside of the back color seam. Once you know the quality, composition, and folding method, you may develop a creative. Creative for any type of labels has to be delivered as in JPEG, PNG, or AI in original size, 300 dpi resolution, including a briefing on Pantone colors used in your logo. For Pantone colors, please use Pantone Fashion Home Plus Interiors TPG color card. If you do not have Pantone numbers for your colors, you have to accept inevitable color deviations. Simple label, lots to know. Are we done yet? No, we are not. Please keep in mind that for each product developed, you have to confirm your label application. Is it top stitch all around? Or maybe top stitch on 2 sides? Or maybe 4 corner stitch done by machine? Or 4 corner stitch done by hand? Or maybe it's sewn into the seam. And on the top of that, you need to decide on positioning. Where exactly do you place your label? The last but not least question is what to put on your label. Generally speaking, if you have a separate wash tag inside of your garment, the only 2 things you have to put on your brand label are your brand name and garment size. Size can be written on your label or added as additional size tag. Please note that most countries require composition and country of origin to go on a garment. Usually we put it on the wash tag together with care instructions. For screen print and heat transfer labels, we combine all info in one label. Here you can see the brand name, size, composition, care instructions, and country of origin in one place. Always read your country labeling requirements prior to developing your set of labels. Label is an important part of your design and a nice puzzle to solve. If you have any questions about your fashion label, please ask me in the comments. I love answering your questions. Much love, Julia Antofiev.